Winding 2 yarns at a time.
Now, Lise, you like to start at the bottom?
Yes.
So shall we start at the bottom this one?
Well, sure.
So you just tied them together, did you?
Well, yeah.
Are we doing a double cross?
We'll continue to do double cross because once you have to be consistent in your work. So we'll do a double cross. And we already have done the first 2 sections. So this section is 240 ends in white. And I'm going to take 2 cones of the white. I'll tie them together just to start with. Putting 1 finger in between.
And the 1 finger in between is very important.
That's important because look at what's happening here, where the fingers, they're twisting together. And we do a cross at the bottom here. We're starting at the bottom. The last little sections that we did, we started at the top.
Yeah.
As long as you are consistent, and this is the same guide string, so we know it'll be the same and purport.
How many per bundle? 120 divided by...
So are you ignoring that guide string, or are you just going right over top
going
of
right
it?
over on top of it. Kind of placing the 2 yarns, sort of.
1 on each side of it?
But I'm not paying that close attention to that. And then we had a cross up here. We had 2 crosses. So over here, under here, over here, around, over, under. So there's your 3 crosses. And now
3, 2.
2 crosses, 3 over.
Oh,
And
so
I'm
you're
just
still...
holding my
Yeah,
fingers.
I'm not putting any...
I'm not putting a lot of tension on it.
So in some cases you're going over the last ones, and some you're going under. It doesn't
Just
seem
kind
to
of-
matter.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
really?
Eventually, as you build up more and more, you'll sort of see
So
that.
now you go opposite.
Now opposite. So this is going over, under, around, over, under. And now, if I was counting, I would count in the cross here. 1, 2, 3, but that's actually 6 ends. So I'm counting, coming out of the cross 1, 2, 3, but I'm counting 2 at a time. Now, if you're going to count here, you would be counting separately. And then Lise keeps saying, how many in the bundle?
Yes.
So that means you don't want to count over and over and over again. So if you count in little bundles and then tie them off, you can keep track of how many ends you have. So that's up to you how many ends you want in your bundles as you count off. So whoever is going to do this section, that's up to you. It would be good to find, a number that divides into 240.
So either 12 or 24.
Yeah, in the bundle. And that depends how often you want to stop and count.
Now, when you're going around this cross, you no longer have your finger in it. So it's possible that they're twisted.
Yes.
Is that a problem?
No, because that's where you cut it. If you cut it there,
Okay,
the twists come out.
Okay.
Where you don't want twists is right in here, because then it
Okay.
has to go through, as you're winding on, through the entire work. And
Yeah.
in fact, if you find a knot, or if you do find a twist, you're going to take out the yarn up until you either come to here or up there, whichever one is closer, and then cut that yarn and then retie it. And that knot will be in a place where it doesn't matter.
It's too small.
So you don't want a knot right in the middle.
You don't
of
want a
your
knot
weaving
right here.
if you can't help it.
Yeah. Sometimes, because of your yarn or whatever, you can't do anything about it. Then you have to deal with it when you come to it in your weaving. So over, under, around, and just letting. Now this yarn is such a nice weight, and it is not tangly or anything. It's behaving very well. But you can see the twisting. Now I'm not paying attention, so.
You ever use a paddle?
You can use a paddle. I've done up to 4 yarns with my fingers.
You could do 5.
You could do 5. It gets really tangly. Then there's such a thing called a paddle. And there's no need to talk about it yet, just to know that it's possible that you can line more yarns at a time. Why people would want to do that is another matter. So, let's see, what am I doing?
Oh,
Yeah, there we go. So over, let's see. There is one yarn here that you're going to see it doesn't seem to be in place. It's because where we tied it, it's the beginning. So
But that's counted in there.
you're going to count it in your
Yeah,
cross.
yeah.
It's just not showing up here. And this is coming out too. So I'm just going to leave that there for whoever wants to move over. And then it's up to that person.
And then we have how many yarns so far? 1,
The
2,
cross.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I must have counted wrong.
Should be an even number.
I know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 12.
so we still haven't decided how much per bundle.
What is a
12
good
or
number?
24.
12 looks good.
I think I'll do 24 if I'm doing this.
24 because you actually would be counting 12. And for counting, actually you can see it pretty well from here.
Yeah.
It's better than we said. It's hard to count when it's at the top.
You wouldn't want more than that anyway, would you? Do people count in 50s? Or?
You
but
can.
not-
You can. It just whatever's comfortable for you.
I tend to do bigger bundles.
Yeah.
You know, matching them everything.
Okay, and then how do you put your yarn? Do you just hang it over and then just make one loop around the bundle and then ready for the next bundle? And
Well, since you're counting down here, take your contrasting color and probably small bundles. At your bundles, that's a good time to tie it like this around your cross. Now, once again, it's up to you. Do you want to just tie one time and then wait until you've wound the whole section to tie off all of the side, or tie off the 4 each time? Now, to me, it would be fiddly to tie off the 4 sections of the cross each time. I would wait until because this is only 240 ends.
I tie at the top.
Whatever is comfortable.
so do you tie like everywhere? Or how many times do you tie this?
I mean, before you take it off.
Well, like your bundles. How many
yes.
times do you tie your where do you tie them all?
Did we do that? I forget.
I wouldn't tie these off every time. I count 12. I would wait till I've done the entire section. We're doing it in sections.
Before you
And
take
then
it off.
it's just to keep it tangled here, from being tangled here.
Right.
Now, how many times you tie it off here is up to you. What are you comfortable with? You know, are you so worried that you're going to lose your cross and you want to tie it off every 12 ends?
I thought I tied it off to keep my count, so I don't have
Yes.
to count from 0 every
Yeah,
time.
yeah. So how many? It's up to you. How many times?
Okay.